The Siege devs have definitely started listening to our complaints that we're not getting enough changes each season with Siege, because they finally started putting out a lot more buffs just for the sake of it. And I think the one that people are most excited for is that the F2 now has a vertical grip on it. You can put any of the grips on the F2, and this goes for Twitch and for Solid Snake. Now the F2 will finally be a viable gun again. And then they're also trying to mix things up by giving Flores, who's already a pretty good operator, an LMG, specifically the T95 LMG from Ying. So an operator who's already picked a lot and fragging a lot, getting an LMG with 80 rounds is kind of crazy. And speaking of the LMG, Ying is the next one to get a buff, which is very small, but it's fine. The flash duration on her Candelas went from 1.4 seconds to 1.6. I personally would have preferred over-tweaking and putting it to like 2 seconds and then slowly bringing it back, but I think I want to avoid nerfing as much as possible, so they're just doing small buffs. And then another small buff is that Ella's Grismont mine now got buffed to last 2 seconds longer. It already lasted 7 seconds, now it's going to be 9 seconds. So just make it easier to swing attackers who are concussed. And I assume it will also affect shields longer. So if they run into a concussion mine, their shield should be knocked back for 2 seconds longer, maybe. And then the buff that everyone's making fun of is Amaru's grapple hook went from 4 total to 5. So she can now grapple 5 times. And everyone's roasting this because how often do you ever use more than 2 grapples on Amaru? Probably never. And then the last minor buff is that Alibi's Prisma is now going to be a little bit more accurate. I guess currently when someone shoots their Prisma, the last ping on the enemy is very short, so you can't tell exactly where they are, and now it's just going to last longer, if I'm reading the patch notes correctly. So a lot of very small changes, but I think this will be just better for the game to just constantly mix things up. I'll always be in the camp of wanting more, but this is a really good start.